Hello and welcome back to the Wednesday episode of Space Engineers. Last time I tried to activate this phase sun mode of the ARM's autopilot and it didn't work. And so I thought maybe there is more blocks in the ARM's blocks world than the autopilot. And there is a lot of radar dishes, radar systems and all that stuff. And I thought maybe we should take a look at that and maybe we should invest into one of these things. So you can see that there are some radar jammers, cruise missile launchers, and didn't take a look at that. Missile defense turrets, that is a neat thing. I will take a look at that. And these are the radars. And I chose the AVAX radar. Why not? It's the biggest one, takes a lot of resources. It's not the biggest one. These seem to be bigger, but I don't want to have these block things there. I want to have the AVAX radar. I hope it works and we can see what it also does. It will take a while because it is, a lot of resources. Some stuff needs to be produced there. But at least the detector components and radio communication and all that stuff is done. So now it's just construction components. I've set them up to face the sun again, and we are still not facing the sun. Don't know, maybe it needs the radar to determine where the sun is. Ooh. It looks nice. It doesn't turn or something like that, but it looks good. Now finish that, but it should work already. Seems to work like an antenna. So, don't know, maybe we can get... We don't want to get rid of it. We want to use it too, I would say, the antenna here. But let me do something else. We should go and set it. It is set to me. Okay, the radar power level is... Whoa. 10,000... Maximum radar range 12,000. I think that's meters. Yes, it seems to be has something to do with the broadcast radius. I would say you can't turn it off, so it will always be visible in the how's it called? In the overview in the world, so this will not go away. And we don't see a change, so the radar doesn't seem to be our answer here, or... Let me go and get inside and we will see. Maybe it gave us more options in the autopilot or something like that. Or there's even something else we are missing here. I try to take a look at the page of the mod. And I might do that in a second again. So, we have the radar. AVAX radar large. Still no changes. We can change this here. What does it do? Oh, it doesn't let us change that to full something, but at least the power level is bigger now. With this power use and all that stuff, I can do something, but what can we do with it in the end? So I will turn a bit. Maybe it relies on the side of the solar panel. Did I do something wrong while placing them? I don't know. Let me do a bit more work here, and then I will be back, hopefully with an answer. Otherwise, we'll go and build another jump drive and see if the second jump drive changes anything for our jump range or something like that. So the ARMS autopilot brings a world with it, so we can have basically a demo world, and I'm in that right now. It seems that the solar panels are meant to be placed on rotors to follow the sun. That's unfortunate. I didn't want to do that. We could... Whoa. This is jittery. Gives me a stroke. No, not nice. So, but you can see that these follow the sun. That's not what I wanted to have. So we could decide to also use rotors on the ship, but the rotors pose problems. They break, they lose their togetherness when I'm flying with the ship, and I'm not a big fan of that. So this is really unfortunate. It would have been nice to be able to do that, but we could do that for stations or something like that. Have the all my work with the big solar platform is basically it's done now. Everything's fine. That's completely okay. What do we have here? Here we have give me a character tool so that I can see what this is. This is the EMP missile launcher. Okay. So everything basically that answers my question. I can have these solar panels, but they need to be on rotors. Good. I will go back into text. Running the program on either platform will toggle the lights on the other. Yeah, that's one thing I read. So you can have connections between computers. Can I just run stuff here and then it works? I don't know how these work. But at least I know how these work now. Good, I will go back into the world and then we cut our losses basically by doing something else and not trying to do that. I will keep the radar. It seems to be able to pick up derelicts or something like that. And it looks kind of nice. Maybe we remove it and raise it up a bit. We could do that. That's a neat idea. So let me go back into the world. Space Engineers has the tendency to basically crash out everything else that's running on my computer, and I had Steam running. It has something to do with, don't know, the memory running full or something like that. Don't know, but sometimes then Windows comes up and says, hey, we've detected that this and this makes problems. Maybe you want to save all your stuff and then continue and before we turn off the program. And normally I can just go and say, okay, stop that. I don't want you to do that. But this time it also shot down my Audacity and my Hop.org program that I used to record. It's Space Engineers. Loading, don't know, a few worlds in the meantime makes big problems sometimes. Good. Okay, we now know that setting the solar panels to face the sun is not good, or not good, not necessary, and we can just turn this off. Can think about if we want to have at one point movable. I know that it got a lot better with the with the rotors and flying ships, but I don't want to risk that. So what I also wanted to see is how these jump drives behave. Do they interconnect? Do they work together when there are multiple ones on the ship? So we will place another one, work with that until this is done, and hopefully, don't know, we can extend the jump range, because I know that you can make a jump and then make the next jump. That's a thing I completely see, and that's why I thought to have multiple ones on here. But it sounded like the people know something that I don't know, and said, yeah, get multiple ones to extend the range. Now I want to take a look at that. We wait for a moment. The next thing I wanted to do is get rid of this again. Now hopefully the cleanup crew should start to bring the stuff in. I can put the stuff I have on me into... Oh, why didn't I put all the cobalt in there? So the stuff I have on me goes into the system again, and then we build a bit of a ramp for the thing so that the AVAX radar is a bit higher. It's like on the AVAX airplanes that roam this world, where there is this big dish on top of the airplane, a bit raised up a bit. I think the shape, this discus-like shape, is there to reduce wind drag or something like that. So normally you wouldn't need to have that on a radar, and in space you wouldn't have that anyways. I wanted to get to a control and start up the nanites again. I want them to clean up the stuff on top of the ship. I know that they now will also pick up the stone, if stone still gets thrown out. I don't know. Maybe it is done with that. Let us take a look if we still have stone in the system. Just a bit, only the bit that's still in the refinery. That's neat. That is neat. Good. Then we will wait for the cleanup crew. Cleanup crew's done. 5. And we will go and do this. And maybe one higher. 5. This. Put a block behind that. We could, because this thing is fairly big, maybe have it not centered on their bit back. And then I want to see if we can maybe have it so it slopes inward. Can I move this? No, so we will have to go with this. I want to see if I can make a nice slope to that. But I think on the bottom here we need to have it. Take a look at that. One thing I don't understand is maybe they changed that, but the default color that everything goes to now is not this gray anymore, but it is this white, and I don't know if that's a thing I have changed or if that's a thing that the game changed in itself. Maybe some of you can take a look at that and tell me if the new default color is white now instead of the gray we had before. I now have to switch the default color every time I go into the game and get it back to this gray that I like so much. I like this gray. I know you all hate it and you want me to color stuff, and we will definitely do that with this ship. But I like to build with the gray. I definitely like to build. This looks a bit nicer than just the plain slope with the blocks behind it, I think. And this dish is so big that it gives a nice... Oh, okay. No. Okay, I like the stripe that way. The stripe, you can change. There's a stripe on top of this thing, and before I had the stripe that way, and I think now it is that way. So from the front to the back. Maybe it's not big enough. We will see when it's done. But now it looks like it's not big enough for this big structure below that. But maybe you have an opinion on that. So we could also... We will also change the back here and make it so that it slopes inward. Inward? Yeah, inward. I think just to not have it just fall down on the backside. Okay, this way. Now we could... Now we could bring the slope back to here. I'm not sure. Maybe you have an idea. You tell me if you like that. Good. What is up with this? Okay, superconductors. I will wait for that, and then we will take a look at these options and see if there is a difference with multiple jump drives. One thing we can test while the jump drive is still being built is if this wall gets destroyed, if these fire. So let me take control of the ship. Sometimes, and I don't know why, sometimes I don't get the controls. Why is that the case? Am I too far away then? Is my range 200 meters or 500 meters? I need to take a look at that. So, remote control. And then we take control of the ship and then just fire backwards. I would just want to see if these walls get damaged. But it seems they don't. So we can keep the thruster there at 2 more thrusters to that side and then 2 more thrusters to here, so the ship speeds up a bit faster. It's relatively slow. We also need to add more gyroscopes. I did that here, and I think we will add some more. I can do that while I'm waiting for this. Both of the jump drives are done now. It took a while now. I've done some work in the meantime, put down some thrusters and all that stuff. Problem is that the assemblers, for some reason, I don't know if the assemblers and the nanite factory work together. So the nanite factory tells the assemblers, I need this and that material, and then the assemblers build it. I don't know how they prioritize. If they say, okay, we need the stuff for the last placed object first, and then we will go down the line, or if they go by how much of what is needed. It took a while because the assemblers just stopped working on the on the, how they called the conduits, the I don't care, these wires. So, but now we take a look at the jump drives. Again, I want to see if they work together. If they, you can say, don't know, if you have both of them active, can you then, no. Can you let them work together in a way or something like that? I don't know. It doesn't seem that way. So here the max range is given with 350 kilometers, and here it's the same. And if you activate them both together, I will also put them into a group just so no one can say it just works when they are in a group. It's also 350 kilometers. So I don't know what you, if you mean I can make jumps one after the other, then yeah, that's true. That's what I had in mind anyways. So have multiple jump drives to be able to jump and then jump again and then jump again. But they don't work together, I see. This one will be fully recharged in a few seconds. That's a good thing. The jump range seems to go down with the mass, with more and more mass we put on that ship, because it was higher before, but now I have all this stuff added to the ship, so we might want to add even one more jump drive, just so that we can, yeah, jump longer distances with, don't know, 3 charged drives or something. We have space for 1 or 2 more, so we could do that. But now we are running out of materials slowly. The good thing is now this ship can go by itself and can harvest materials, so we could transfer some of the ships over to the big ship and then go to the asteroids we need to go to and mine there a bit. Let the Duchessa can stay here. It's close to the asteroids. We can find it always, and we can just take the drone, take the rabbit, and take this mining ship here, and just go out and mine with the big ship. And we can also use the beam drills, but again, they take up energy like crazy, so maybe it's better to not use them too much. So let me I will move the Duchessa from here so I can turn with the big ship and then transfer over the other ships. And maybe on Friday we can see how we, yeah, don't know. Maybe on Friday we can get some materials for the big ship, see how it flies and all that stuff. Good people, I think that's all for today. I don't know how long this episode went on. I think it was longer than I normally like my episodes to be. And yeah, we will see us on Friday, hopefully. Yeah, I hope I see you then. See you on Friday. See you guys.